Tonight on Confidential, Stone Cold trades in his ATV for a more powerful piece of equipment.
That was badass, and the guys that got to be able to run that thing, there were so many controls, for me, it's overwhelming.
Plus, Aunt Jemima's got nothing on Matt Hardy and Christian.
As you can see, Christian and I have mastered the art of making pancakes, and now we're going to progress to the next step.
Hi everyone, I'm Gene Okerlund. Thanks for joining us tonight on Confidential. Well, the countdown is on. WrestleMania 20 live from Madison Square Garden, and it's just 2 short weeks away. And as the biggest event in wrestling history draws near, we'll bring you up to date with all the latest information. Now, March means WrestleMania, but the month is also a hotbed for hoops fans with college basketball's March Madness. Later tonight, Matt Morgan, Mark Jindrak, and Garrison Cade all hit the hardwood to show off their skills. Plus, the Dudleys bring their own version of wood to the table in this week's Outside the Ropes. And would you believe that Christian and Matt Hardy are amazing cooks? I wouldn't either. But we'll catch up with them as they prepare some Japanese pancakes. All that and more coming up. But first, Stone Cold Steve Austin gets down and dirty at the country's largest Army base. Everyone knows Stone Cold Steve Austin is a man's man. The Texas Rattlesnake loves drinking beer, hunting deer, and running down anyone and everyone in the path of his custom Stone Cold ATV. Every Monday night on Raw, he is out in arenas across America enforcing the law the only way he knows how, with a stone cold ass kicking. So it should come as no surprise that when Austin was asked to go to Fort Hood, Texas, to meet some of the toughest SOBs on the planet, the fighting men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces, well, he was more than happy to oblige.
How's it going, man?
Say hi.
Who the hell are we talking to?
My wife.
Hey, how you doing? This Stone Cold Steve Austin.
We look like Gomer Pyle going to join the Marines. What you're going to see is a longbow Apache.
When I got here, I've heard all about the Apache helicopters, but I didn't know a damn thing about them. I knew they were pretty badass, but once you get inside one and see all the controls and things that those guys got to work with, it looks to me like the ultimate aerial death machine. How long does it take someone to learn how to fly one of these?
Well, you got to go through about 1.5 years of regular flight school, and then it's an extra 6 months for this particular aircraft.
Gotcha.
This is our most complex aircraft that we have in the inventory.
Okay.
So now he stops. So you got your crosshairs on him right now. That's all you'd have to do right here is track him with this thumb force controller. Slip your finger under here or on the cyclic, pull the trigger, and you'd be putting 30 millimeter on him. Well, basically what I told Stone Cold about the longbow is it's the most capable aircraft in the world right now for attack helicopter operations. See right here, it tells you missile type question mark because we don't have any live missiles on, but it would tell you your missile, your range is right now 3.0, but we use the laser or the radar and get a real range, and then it would tell you missile not ready, it would say missile ready, and that box would turn solid. Okay. That way you know your missile now is locked onto a target.
Okay.
You'd be ready to shoot it.
That was badass, and the guys that got to be able to run that thing, there were so many controls. For me, it's overwhelming. Whatever you looked at with the crosshairs, you could kill. And I'm glad I do what I do, and I don't have to do what these guys do because it looked extremely complicated. To go up in one of those things would probably been the ultimate. I get to fly around a lot in just regular airplanes, but that thing was extremely cool.
Today at the shooting range, we went through the safety of the weapons.
2 weapons I'm going to be covering today are the M240 Bravo machine gun and the M249 squad automatic weapon.
Got some briefings on what not to do.
Everything we do in the Army, training-wise, is safety first. As with every weapon, you have to wear earplugs, hearing protection. What we're about to do is we're going to show you a volley fire with the weapons on the range, what it looks like in the defensive position.
It's an honor and it's a motivational factor for myself as a commander to see my troop get themselves for a few seconds out of the mentality of the deployment and the war scenario that our country faces every day.
Today, Stone Cold used the M249 squad automatic weapon that we use and the 240 Bravo that's been upgraded from the vehicle model that we had that mounts inside the Bradley.
Whenever you're ready, this is the safety right here.
Okay.
Just go ahead and push that the other way.
Okay.
Get behind your weapon first, sir.
Yep.
Aim wherever you want to go. And then when you're ready to fire, just push this button in and go ahead and squeeze the trigger. You're ready to go.
Show him how to move it up and down.
So you can go ahead and get behind your weapon.
Well, they put me in like a bulletproof vest, and it very restrictive, and I didn't even have the chest plate in, I don't think. And I was pretty bound up. And I had the Kevlar helmet on. I was fighting with that on the shooting range, and couldn't get it to stay on my damn head. Half the time I'm trying to move my damn helmet out of the way. Well, I was battling a helmet, but I think I did okay. I don't think I'm in these guys' league yet, but you know, I'm good enough to shoot a deer. But out here in the shooting range, I did okay, but like I said, I was fighting with the helmet.
Stone Cold Steve Austin was tearing it up out there. I'd rather have him as a gunner or some of the other guys in our company.
Putting a weapon in his hand's kind of scary. You always see him beating up everybody and whooping ass on TV. But yeah, putting a weapon in his hand, I was kind of standing back and was watching him.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, we make an outstanding soldier. I would love to have that guy beside me. I think the enemy will have to worry, not just about what the Army can do, but just what Stone Cold Steve Austin can do for him.
It's cool to be here, and thanks for the education process, because I know as a company, as WWE, we've always been behind the troops,
yes, sir.
You know, all the armed forces, and we support you guys. And me, myself, Stone Cold Steve Austin, I appreciate what you guys do, and come out here and to get the hands on. I got to go in the helicopter a while ago to come out here and hang out with you guys and go on the shooting range. It was a blast, and I've always appreciated what you guys do, but now I think I do to the nth degree, because I found out a little bit more about what it's like. Not everything, but I sure appreciate everything.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Next on Confidential, Matt Hardy or Christian? Who will be the next Iron Chef?
I'm a better person than he is. Credentials or not.
I'm from Canada.
I'm from America.
Canada.
Yeah.
Here at World Wrestling Entertainment, we love our international tours because it gives us the unique opportunity to spend some time with our superstars outside the confines of an arena. On our latest trip to Japan, Matt Hardy and Christian set their sights on trying some Japanese cuisine. What they found out was you appreciate the food even more when you prepare it yourself.
Christian and Matt Hardy here. We're just doing a little sightseeing here in the streets of Hiroshima, Japan.
A lot of sightseeing.
You up for a little pancakes?
Sure, yeah.
Let's do the pancake house.
That's what I've been waiting for.
What we got in here?
It really threw me for a loop today whenever we came to the Japanese pancake house, because I did expect somewhat of an American-type pancake house. But when we came out here, it was a very pleasant surprise, because it was very Japanese-oriented and it was very different.
Man, I don't know about you, but I'm stuffed, man.
Oh, yeah? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I might have had a couple sakis too many.
I definitely had a couple sakis too
But
many.
I'm thinking when we get back to the U.S., we open up one of these bad boys for ourselves. Let's think about it.
What are we going?
We call it Christian and Matt's MF'n Japanese Pancake House, open to the entire population. You see that? I smell money.
Hey, a Japanese pancake for all the MF peeps?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Hey, hold on, let me grab this guy.
Yeah.
Tough John. Tough John.
Yeah.
Tough John Jr.
Yeah, we want to open up our own.
We want to take your secrets back to the United States.
Let's go. We need apron?
Where at? Change?
Change? Okay. We're going to work. What do you guys pay anyway? I don't know, man. I think these are pretty cool.
Yeah,
they look good. This looks good on me, right?
Yeah. It's great. The main thing is, it's not about these aprons and whatnot. We'll take this recipe back to the United States. And we can retire early.
That's right.
We'll make $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and you, kid, all the way.
Yeah.
You ready? Here we go. Let's go. Where's the sensei?
Let's go.
Chopsticks? So far, so good, right?
All right.
Only for cooks. This is for us.
I've attempted to try to make stuff at home, but nothing like here. I think I picked it up pretty quickly, though. As with anything, I'm really good at whatever I do.
No. Ah! Christian's messing everything up.
No, wait here. I just got yelled at. My first day on the job, I'm getting in trouble.
As you can see, Christian and I have mastered the art of making pancakes, and now we're going to progress to the next step.
Yeah.
One thing special, I think, about the Japanese pancake is that there's so much to it. I mean, there's so many different levels to it. I mean, as we were cooking it, there's like 20 different steps just to preparing it, because there's 20 different items, 20 different ingredients in it. So whenever you eat that, I mean, it has a little bit of something for everyone.
The toughest part of the whole process was probably the egg cracking experience.
It's all right.
I'm going to talk about it. It's best to get it out there.
Yeah, get it out.
Tough John got all over me about it.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing wrong with it.
I got a little shell in there. Didn't quite get as much of the egg white out as I would have liked. He got on me, but you know what? I was a little mad at him at first, but I think he made me a better person in the end.
I was proud of you.
Thanks.
I was proud of you.
It just made me better as a whole. It made me a better chef, a better person, and I know down the line I'm really going to thank him for it.
The more sake you drink, the better our pancakes will be. Sake, 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 sake.
It wasn't really a language barrier. I could tell by his body language mostly that what he was feeling, and the more sake I had, the more I understood Japanese. Smooth. I'm a 9-time tag team champion, 3-time Intercontinental champion, 1-time hardcore champion, European champion, which, oh, we're talking about this now. Okay.
I'm a better person than he is. Credentials or not.
I'm from Canada.
I'm from America.
You Canada? Canada.
Yeah, stupid Canadian.
Canada. I think he likes me better than you.
No, he doesn't. I'm just a better chef. You're just funnier. Is that good?
Yeah.
You ready?
Go. I'm going to talk with him later.
I have tried preparing a little bit of Japanese food. Some yaki I've actually cooked and I've done okay. But this Japanese pancake, it's a little bit of a monster. Whenever we set our sights on making these, there was a lot of different steps.
There's a real technique to the whole process.
There is a real technique, and we had one of the greatest teachers of all time, Sensei Tough John. And he really put us to the test, and he worked us hard. And if we did something bad, he let us know about it.
Yeah, he lashed us.
He hit us with and he wasn't afraid to slap you with a spatula either.
I know you're going to like it. Yeah? Yeah?
I made it, guy.
No.
No. Which one? Bad. Both?
Well, I'm going to try for myself.
I am too, yeah. How was yours?
It's good. Sake! Sake!
Sensei, we owe you so much. Now we take this recipe back. I give you my piece. When we when we go back and open restaurant, we say you taught us everything. Tough John's #1 in my book. He's a good human being all around. And when we came in, he took care of us. He joked with us. He laughed with us. He got hard on us when he needed to. But the main thing is that he gave back. We didn't know how to make the Japanese pancakes. He did, but he gave back. And we're going to carry that tradition on because that's what Tough John wants to do. That was Tough John. That just
telling us to wrap it up here. You're my peep.
Here's #1 peep.
#1 peep.
And you're my #1? No, I'm #1 MF. Yeah, mine.
MF and Pete.
MF and Pete.
That's how we do it.
Can you hear?
Yeah. When we return, how does the Dudley Death Drop stack up against Jaws 3D?
Well, let's see. Have you ever been bitten by a shark before?
And now, the WWE Sting of the Night is brought to you by Stacker 2's YJ Stinger. For that extreme boost of energy, you gotta feel the sting.
Trish just said he's gonna just lay down and let Trish pin him. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? He changed his mind? Whoa! Good God Almighty! Oh, come on! Not the walls of Jericho! Where's your boyfriend now, Trish?
The Dudley Boys, Bubba and Devon, have numerous claims to fame. They're the only two men to ever have been 17-time tag team champions. They're the only two to have ever won the WWE, WCW, and ECW tag team titles. But the Dudleys' biggest claim to fame, they're the only team notorious for putting their opponents through tables. And would you believe it? Home Depot still hasn't offered the Dudleys a sponsorship deal.
Hello and welcome to Outside the Ropes. I am Todd Grisham. This is my first interview session, and I couldn't pick better guests. 17-time World Tag Team Champions, the Dudley Boys. Thanks for being here, guys.
What's going on, Todd? What's up, man?
Not much. You guys know how it works. I ask the questions. You give us your answers. Number one.
Freeze it in the form of a question?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Any way you guys want to do it, it's fine with me.
Anyway.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. Number one. With all the wood you two have handled over the years, is there a potential endorsement deal with Lowe's or Home Depot in the works?
If I'm not mistaken, I think we keep Home Depot in business.
Probably. Lowe's and Home Depot.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for us, they'd probably, definitely go out of business with all the wood. Would you like to sample some of our wood?
No, I would
You look
not.
like the kind of guy that would.
No, I would
like
not.
some wood.
I would not.
Would you?
No, I've talked to Coach, and he says I want to go nowhere near wood with you.
Oh, so
guys.
you talked to Coach?
Yes.
So you're friends with Coach?
Coach got some Dudley wood.
Yeah, he did.
He liked it.
And he's still hurting. I know
Yes,
that.
he is.
So
you being friends with Coach is not, you're not
that's
our
not
friend.
that's not helping me right now.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll move on. Question
Please.
2. Thanks, guys. Most major sports teams fine their players for damaging equipment. If the WWE fined you for breaking tables, how much money would you owe the WWE?
Millions.
Maybe billions.
Tons of money.
Yeah.
We break everything. We break cameras. We break tables. We've broken... I don't know. I think we broke Mae Young's pelvis, too. Yeah.
I mean, and of course that was used with a table.
Right.
We broke a table,
Back
which
to the
goes
wood.
back to the first question.
Wood.
We keep Home Depot and Lowe's and everything like that in business.
All right. Your roots are based in Philadelphia, having spent a number of years with the ECW. So our question is this. Have you ever had a good cheesesteak outside of Philadelphia?
You see the size of us? Of course we've had good cheesesteaks, but never outside of Philadelphia.
Never. The best cheesesteaks are in Philadelphia. You can't go wrong in Philly.
So you're not buying the McDonald's cheesesteak, nothing like
Do
that?
we look like we eat McDonald's?
Never.
No.
You're already insulting us.
320 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal.
250 pounds chiseled and jacked. Yeah, hey, man.
You're looking a little heavy.
Hey, easy on the H word.
Is there a better mascot in sports than the Philly Fanatic?
Is there a better mascot? I kind of like the lady with the big, huge boobs.
You mean the blonde?
Yeah.
You mean the one with the...
Remember that? Yeah.
Oh,
She's
okay.
got the, she runs out and she just kisses me. I
Wait
think
a
at
minute.
WrestleMania 20, that lady, I think her name is Morgana. She should hit the ring at WrestleMania and jump on me and Devon.
Sorry.
All right, hey. I'm just here to ask the questions. You guys. On the original CD, you sang a song entitled We've Had Enough. Now, at one at a time, each of you, what is your biggest pet peeve? See, we've had enough. What's your biggest pet peeve?
I don't have one.
My biggest pet peeve is Devon.
I just said I didn't have one. Why would you go there?
10 years of dealing with you. It's
See,
a pet peeve.
Is that right? My God. You know what? And in addition to not liking him, I'm beginning to like you now. This is not right.
I'm sorry.
I thought we were supposed to be together.
We are together.
Brothers.
I'm the man, you're the woman.
No, I'm George, you're Wheezy.
I don't want to be Wheezy.
This is for you. You've done some work as a preacher. Any thoughts on the new release of Mel Gibson's new movie, The Passion of the Christ?
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah?
Probably going to tell the truth about a lot of things. Just can't wait to see it.
Okay. And last question. Which 3D is most devastating? The Dudley Death Drop or Jaws 3D?
Dudley Death Drop.
Well, let's see. Have you ever been bitten by a shark before?
No, I have not.
Well, you're about to get 3D'd.
Yeah.
So you can tell us. Would you like to get 3D'd?
No, I would not.
How about we snap your little neck like a twig for everybody at home to see?
That wouldn't be fun.
Then you could tell everybody which is most devastating. Wouldn't that be nice?
It wouldn't be that hard.
Look at him now. He's about 140 pounds soaking wet with a brick in his pocket. I usually use a toothpick. I'd eat you like a chicken wing in Hooters.
And he loves Hooters.
So that ends the interview, hopefully for me too. That was Outside the Ropes. I'm Todd Grisham. Want to thank the Dudley Boys for stopping by. Appreciate it, guys. And we will see you next time on Outside the Ropes.
Goodbye.
Up next, can the 619 topple the walls of Jericho? SmackDown's Rey Mysterio faces off against Raw's Chris Jericho in a classic WCW matchup. Welcome back to Confidential. This portion of the program is brought to you by PlayStation 2. Live in your world, play in ours. By Stacker 2's YJ Stinger. For that extreme boost of energy, you gotta feel the sting. And by Castrol GTX. Provides maximum protection against viscosity and thermal breakdown.
Hi, I'm Eric Bischoff. You know, I've got a lot of great memories when I think about WCW. There were a lot of fantastic matches that took place in the old WCW days, as they like to say. And my pick for this week's Match Classic goes back to Sold Out in 1998. Chris Jericho battling Rey Mysterio Jr. Take a look at this, and by the way, be careful not to blink. You might miss something.
Sensationally done by Rey Jr. Head and shoulders fake that time, and Jericho backs out. He wanted no part of that. Whoa, wait a minute. Rey Mysterio Jr. went down.
It's that knee again. Yeah, that knee's
Sure
really
it is.
got to be bothering you. You can play hurt, but you can play really hurt. I mean, you can play with pain, but what I mean by hurt is what Rey Mysterio Jr. is.
Just the way the knee went out on that move where there was no contact made
And
with Chris Jericho. You can see he's favoring the knee.
And look at Jericho. He knows that now. He's watching him. He's stalking him.
Jericho runs in, but Rey Mysterio Jr. is ready for the fight.
Hey, fought back with the right knee, the good knee.
And this is smart right here, guys.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of grounding, you know, getting himself down.
What he's doing is grounding himself at the same time, which is what he needs.
Yeah, smart move offensively here by Rey Mysterio Jr. to slow it down, take it to the mat. Just neutralize Chris Jericho in mid-ring.
Now trying to get all of his weight over top of the shoulders, but that enables now Jericho just to rise to his feet with Rey Mysterio in tow. Rey's up on top, pounding away, forward roll, 1, 2,
Oh, he sat back on it, and I thought he was going to get the 3 count.
There's that knee again. That thing's not going to make it through the whole match.
But there's more to Rey than meets the eye. That's well stated. How about that? A hair takedown.
Yeah, go ahead and get it if it's there.
Great determination by Mysterio.
Slow getting up, though.
Very slow to get up, and you see trying to get some spring off those legs. Up on top, he's caught.
Jericho just threw him back overhead, and he landed throat first across the top steel cable.
If he'd have heaved him the other way, that could have been career-ending.
That's right. The other way would have been in the front row.
He'd hit Euchre.
So Jericho now sees an opening here. An opening he saw moments ago, but Rey fought it off. And now Rey, you can see, just limping as he's dragged by the mask. And a shoulder breaker on the floor.
Why doesn't he go after the leg? He knows it's hurt. That's what I do. Yeah, he has to be careful right here. He understands what's going on and what's important here. I'm talking about Jericho. But one thing is for sure, he's out there to inflict some pain and maybe take Rey out for good.
These are the steps. Oh, drives the knee into the chin. Once again.
Yeah, come on, baby!
Does not go for the knee, does not go for the leg. And that's puzzling, to say the least. But what we have seen out of Jericho over the past few weeks, guys, he obviously wants to show Rey up here. He wants to show the fans how many moves he has before he goes in for the knee, maybe.
Almost everything we've seen from Jericho the past few weeks has been puzzling to a certain extent.
But one thing is not puzzling, that he really knows his way around that squared circle. And right now, he's on a journey to be champion. He got him from behind, he picked that leg up and ran him into the corner, knee first in that second turnbuckle, just jamming it into the thigh.
Stomps right on the kneecap. Oh. And as you can see, Rey is in a...
Now, I was thinking back to the history of knee problems that Rey Mysterio Jr. has, and remember, guys, it all started last year. It all began with the attack by Conan. Rey Mysterio Jr. was sidelined. Therapy brought him back to the ring, we thought, at near 100%. But we saw that knee re-injured, the left knee, this past Thursday on Thunder in a matchup against Eddie Guerrero Jr. and Rey Mysterio Jr. with the World's Cruiserweight title on the line, and he's really favoring that knee.
That does not stop him, though. He is up on top again. So much drive and determination. And look at him. He'll kick him with his good leg. Drive him down.
Great move, inverted DDT.
And think about this. All the moves he's doing where he's going up in the air and jumping, he's doing off one leg. Think of that. He's just using one leg barely to do all those moves. Well, you know, I always said this about him. He's signed on to give it all, and that's what he does each and every time he steps in there.
Rey Mysterio.
He's using that good leg.
Yes, he is. Kicked him in the midsection with that good leg. Baseball slide drop kick on the legs to send out Jericho. But as Jericho is on the mat, what can Ray do with one leg?
I guess we'll find out.
Oh my goodness!
Springboard off the top rope into a somersault flip.
But that did it, I think. That might have cost him. You're right. That's the end of the knee right there.
He knows only one speed, and that may come back to haunt him.
Rey Mysterio Jr. represents the determination and drive that everyone around the world wants to have. He has it. And there's nobody like him, and it's unbelievable that he can even stand here, that he can even go toe-to-toe with Jericho.
Well, that's what he needs to do.
Last-ditch effort, grabbed Jericho by one leg, back body dropped him into the steel steps.
He is living proof that it is not necessarily how big you are to be successful in the squared circle, even though we do have the biggest win in our sport that we'll see later on. Oh my goodness, that time he didn't really straddle the ropes.
No.
He got his ankle hooked on the rope, and it pulled the knee as he was coming down, guys.
I tell you what, guys, you can talk about a guy with heart, but if I was a referee right now, I might think about stopping this thing because this is so important.
But consider what's at stake here, the World's Cruiserweight title, and how important that is to Rey Mysterio Jr., although
so is his career.
You're right. This could be a career-threatening situation.
Well, they figure he's young enough and he's got another one. Oh, they don't figure that. Would you get out of here?
Well, I agree with the dream here. What are you talking about, Brent? I tell you what's going through the mind of the referee is the mind is up on.
Oh! He's got him!
Get him with the lion tamer!
He's got the only
He tapped out.
Had to.
Chris Jericho, as the bell sounds.
We have a new World's Cruiserweight Champion in Chris Jericho for the third time.
Next on Confidential, the slam dunk competition has lost some of its luster. That's where our own Mark Jindrak could help.
They don't get out of the way, they get dunked on.
And now, the WWE Rewind is brought to you by Snickers Cruncher. Looking for a satisfying crunch? Grab a Snickers Cruncher.
It's Goldberg versus Lesnar, and Austin's a guest referee at WrestleMania.
Oh my God!
I got a Brock Lesnar from SmackDown. Just F5 the hell out of Stone Cold.
I cannot believe this! Brock Lesnar F5 Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Welcome back to Confidential. Snickers Cruncher presents WWE WrestleMania 20, a co-production of Raw and SmackDown. WrestleMania 20 is coming to you live in 2 weeks, Sunday, March 14th, from the sold-out Madison Square Garden in New York City, and will be available exclusively on pay-per-view. Looking for a satisfying crunch? Grab a Snickers Cruncher.
I just went one-on-one with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Star forward Irvin Johnson.
Matt Morgan just got his ass handed to him by Irvin Johnson. And he actually thought he had a chance at one point, but didn't have it.
That's all edited. I won 5-3.
You won 5-3.
The NBA hosted its 53rd annual All-Star Game a couple of weeks ago, and although Matt Morgan didn't get elected on anyone's ballot, the 6'10" behemoth certainly showed some talent. Now, while our superstars might not be able to hang with the big boys of the NBA, there are others like Matt Morgan who have some serious game. Not to be outdone by their SmackDown counterpart, Raw's Garrison Cade and Mark Jindrak recently showcased their skills in a celebrity basketball game in Houston, Texas. And we say this with the utmost sincerity. Jindrak may be an early favorite for Slam Dunk Champion at next year's NBA All-Star Weekend. Take a look for yourself.
Today I'm at University of Houston, and I'm playing in the 6th annual Celebrity Gridiron Hoops Classic. They asked me what number I want. Of course, 25 was my college basketball jersey. 25, I'll take 25. That's my lucky number, so today's gonna be a lucky day. Me and Kate have the size advantage here, so we need to use it to our advantage.
I can't jump like my partner, so I'm not going to be able to dunk like my partner, so I'm going to play defense. And defense is, what's going to help us win the game, hopefully. That's the best thing I'm going to be able to do for the team is play defense.
Whoever's playing this, I think, has some kind of, they're playing for a reason because they like to play basketball. So I think everyone's going to have a pretty decent skill level.
Reggie Airman Dixon, former Harlem Globetrotter, 11-year veteran. Here you go, Mark. Hey! Pass it back. Yeah. See that Mark got skills, huh? We got 2 secret weapons. They don't know about it, but they'll know by the first quarter.
I see there's a big slate of NFL players that are coming here too, like Terrell Owens. My strengths are jumping and dunking, rebounding. So if someone happens to be in the middle of in my way, they're gonna get, I mean, if they don't get out of the way, they're gonna get dunked on.
If R. Kelly takes one more stupid shot, I'm going to sub myself in and rip his head off with a lariat. I don't care if he's on my own team, because we had a 9-point lead at one time, and now we're down by 5.
It was big when I got that loose ball on the floor. I got a W, that's all that matters. A W, that's all that matters.
All that matters. We got the win, right?
With tough physical guys like that, the WWE is in good hands. No doubt about it. They were quick, tough, explosive, competitive.
They're talking about co-MVP, but the MVP's right here. I saw 3 or 4 or 5 dunks, scored at least 20 points, at least 4 or 5 blocks. I don't know how many rebounds. I mean, there's nothing to critique, See him on the floor? You know what I mean?
When we return, if WrestleMania is anything like No Way Out for Eddie Guerrero, it will be a moment he'll never forget.
I've got goosebumps. I'm shocked. I've got chills. We got a new champ.
And now, WrestleMania Recall, sponsored by Snickers Cruncher, the official candy of WrestleMania 20, where it all begins again.
About to explode here. And Hulkamania, look at it, Jess. It's alive and running well.
You got 93,173 fans standing on their feet for this one, Gorilla. This is the biggest match in the history of professional wrestling.
Hulk fighting with every ounce of courage in him. And the champion unloading with everything he's got.
Oh, he dropped
the big guy.
That's the first time I think that the Giant's ever been knocked off his feet like that.
Look at the look on the face of the champion. He's hulking up, Jess.
I don't know if he's got enough left in him.
That adrenaline can do wonders. Look at this. He's slamming it.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Hulk dropping a big leg. Over for the cover.
He got it. Unbelievable. I never thought it could be done, Gorilla.
WrestleMania Recall, counting down to the greatest sports entertainment spectacular of all time, WrestleMania 20, where it all begins again.
WrestleMania 20 is right around the corner, and one superstar looking to make his mark on the grandest stage of them all is Eddie Guerrero, as Latino Heat will defend his newly won WWE Championship against Kurt Angle. In recent weeks, Kurt has done all he can to rain on Eddie's parade, but at No Way Out, there was no stopping Latino Heat as he celebrated his victory over Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship.
Unthinkable! For the first time in his career, Eddie Guerrero is WWE Champion! Eddie Guerrero gets his redemption! Tonight, Eddie Guerrero will simply be known as WWE Champion!
Becky, girls, I love you. Charlene, I love you. Kayla, I love you.
Hello?
Hi. Just want to thank you for standing behind me.
But you know how hard I've worked for this, and you've been there through the beginning. You've been there. You were the one there when we were living in the hotel for 8 months with Shaw, with the crib, you know, having Shaw in the crib, and you were the one there that saw me cry, and you know, you were the one there through all my addictions. You were the one there putting up with all my shit. You were the one there also cheering me on, always. You support me. Baby, you tell me what looks good, what doesn't look good. You tell me when I've had a bad match. You tell me when I've had a good match. And you don't know how much I love you. And if this is one way, just, I know, like I said, it's material, but it's everything that I've worked for. And this is my way of saying I love you, and my way of saying I love you to the kids. Yeah. So let's enjoy today, and let's hold on to it as long as we can. I know I will.
If anything could top that moment for Eddie, it will come in just 15 short days when he defends his championship at WrestleMania. Of course, as WrestleMania draws closer, our superstars will be taking over the bright lights of New York City. And if our superstars are there, you could bet that our cameras will be there as well. We'll bring you all the highlights in the upcoming weeks. In fact, next week, we'll take you behind the scenes as Big Show, Trish Stratus, Chris Jericho, and the WWE champion himself, Eddie Guerrero, tape an episode of Mad TV. Thanks for joining us, and good night, everybody.
Hey everybody, Jay Leno here with another hilarious segment of Jaywalking.
It was kind of like, hey, Jay's gonna, I'm gonna just say, you're stupid, right? And he'd be like, well, and then he'd give me something that even I wouldn't know.
He supports multilateral cooperative internationalism.
He really looks like Jay Leno.
I'm just happy to be here. Chris Jericho, Trish, they're great people.
I don't think it could have been done any better.
Really?